Hello everyone, and welcome to my small review of the Elise 900. A friend of mine is letting me borrow this for a while, and I'm going to be using it as we enter into spring. Do everything from cleaning up snow, cleaning up pens, and throwing hay out to the cattle. This is, as far as I know, the only electric skid steer on the market. I know Bobcat has an electric track loader, and I guess all things considered they'd be used the same way, but this is substantially more affordable than that. Out there. The one thing that isn't out there right now is a lot of farmers giving their impression, because this is an expensive piece of machinery, and I don't think a lot of people are going to take a chance on something that hasn't been proven just yet. A couple of cool things to note right off the bat. One of my favorite things about it is what looks to be the ease of maintenance. I love this. Look at how much room there is in here. This bottom portion right here is all battery. I like that. All the way up. All the way up. It's all battery. And this right here, obviously all the hydraulic systems, but there just isn't much to it. There really is not a whole lot to it. I like the fact that you can access the filter right here. Keeping this plugged in, you can hear something similar to a block heater, keeping things at an ambient temperature. You can charge the battery directly. You can plug it in here. Or, hi kitty. Here, kitty cat. Or you can plug it in up front, like what I got going on here. So that way you just pull up, you know, unplug. It's a handy dandy charge unit in my wonderful advanced weather kit. Get out of here, kitty, 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 get! Go on, cat. Yes, meow. Yeah, typically it's just sitting underneath this tub. Someday I hope to have a shed. At least one that isn't falling down. Anyway. So the cab is pretty snug. I'm not the smallest guy out there, but I'm also not the biggest. So as I'm sitting in here, I am constantly hitting my arms against the windows, which I think is a little frustrating. The guy who owns this is a little bit taller than I am, and I think he dislikes it even more because of that, because this is snug on me. I can only imagine how he feels. Not much to it. There's a backup camera, which I think is pretty sweet. There's a little bit of a sky roof, moon roof, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how much I like that. I could see a branch knocking it right out. Cup holder, sweet. Joystick controls. And then behind me, there's the air conditioner and fan controls. One of my favorite things about this machine is the lighting system. It's got not only lights in the front, lights in the back, but it also has blinkers right here. And it even has emergency flashing road lights on each side, so I'm going up and down the road, everyone can see me flashing like a UFO. The starting procedure for this machine is just as simple as turning the key on and then walking through the app to actually make sure that your seat bar is on. It'll cry at you if it isn't. And if the door is closed, that's another thing. It needs to be latched. And as you can see here, there's quite a few things to look at. It can be a little confusing at first, but the biggest thing you need to know here is lights, right? Front lights, hit it twice, and you gotta have lights in reverse as well. That's nice. I don't remember what that is. What is that, side lights? I don't recall. These right here is 1 through 4, and this 1 through 4 here. The left side is specifically for how fast you're going. So, like as I'm moving back and forth, right? Back and forth. Pretty slow. Now if I were to push 4, that'd be essentially road gear. And then I'd be blasting backwards. Woo! Alright, so this side over here, this is your hydraulics. So, like 1, that's as fast as it's going to go in 1, up and down. And 3, I don't want to do 4, it's just too fast. You can see a lot faster. One thing I know that they fixed in their second generation and third generation is they did slow down the controls a little bit. I guess not slow down, but make it so it's not so jerky. In using this, you know, it stops on a dime, and it almost feels a little too sharp. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're just going to go and grab a bedding bale and toss it out for the cows. I'm gonna go 2 and 2 for now, so I think that's as fast as all I need. Have a little patience, I'm getting used to the joystick controls. This does have the option to use H controls. And we got one baleage bale here. We're just gonna move that before, grab a little bedding. Move you right over here. Perfect. Well, let's see how good I can be with joystick controls. Not bad. Could be better. Aha, I gotcha! Haha! We're all right, we're all right. One bedding bale. Oh, let's see. Do we want to put bedding on the right side or the left side? I'm thinking the right side. All right, so what I've done here was I've activated the remote control of this skid steer. So I've got cattle here who are desperately trying to eye me up and wonder what I've got in tow for them. Well, really, I've just got some bedding, so this isn't very exciting. But needless to say, they want out, so I'm gonna do my best to keep them in. And I'm gonna drive the skid steer through it while holding the cows back. Let's give this a shot. Nice. Okay, one thing I should have done was I should have had the bale a little closer, but this is such a light bale, I don't think it matters that much. Let's go forward. Ooh, look at this. Can I turn a little? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. Huh. How handy is this? I'm gonna slowly turn her right. Oh yeah, okay. Huh. Well, all right. Well, that's really handy. I just held the gate for myself. Not bad. Yeah, that's kind of impressive. All right, so we're back in the cab. I think it's pretty cool that I can open up the gate for myself, especially being a one-man show. All right, let's choke up on this bale a little bit. There we go. Ugh, jerky movement. I promise I'm getting better with the joystick controls, I promise. The cows are somewhat confused by this machine. They just kind of sit there and stare at it. One, because most of them are half Herefords and they just stare at everything like what's going on with life. Two, because it barely makes any noise and they're used to a diesel engine coming at them. Another couple days of nice weather and I'll just be able to scrape all this stuff and get myself a nice manure pile. Man, look at all that beautiful, beautiful manure. Well, let's face it, this is Wisconsin and we're due for another big snowstorm. this super nice weather, the cows really do get excited. So they're pretty interested in what I'm doing. They also probably don't understand why it's so nice and they don't have grass to graze. Yeah, run, Sarah, run! I'm a little more fluid with the H controls, but like I said, this configuration has it backwards, so it's actually better for me to be using the, what do they call, the ISO controls. Thought I missed a piece of twine. I was looking for this. Let's see. Boy, this thing's quiet. All you hear is the which I don't think is. There was a day I really didn't know how to operate our Case 1840 that well either, but quite a bit of practice, and now I feel like I can climb any hill I want backwards. Alright, so I'm just going to hop out and spread some of this by hand. The cows do a really good job of spreading it themselves too. That's why I'm not too worried about it being in large chunks. They'll, like that red cow right there. You can see she's eating. They'll have this whole place fluffed up in the middle of the night, no problem. Well, unfortunately, about half that bale is frozen. So there really isn't too much I can do about that. Except for come back tomorrow and spread out what they hadn't gone through. Looks like I got an empty feeder here too, so now we can go and grab a baleage bale. Oh, gimpy leg, how you doing, girl? Yeah, you're such a sweetie, yeah. Oh, and there's my darling Yurda. Hi, Yurda. Who's a good cow? It's you. It's you, Yurda. Yeah, you're the good cow. See, she knows. She knows she's the good cow. That's Yurda for ya. Yeah, Yurda. think I'm going to be able to nail this on the first try. I think I'm going to have to wiggle with it. Oh! Oh! He shoots, he scores! Hey! Hey, we got it! See, I told you, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Oh yeah, here's one thing too to note. Let's see if you guys can see the... Yeah, okay, so over here, there's a battery meter. And as I'm going, it starts to drop. It's a it's a lead acid battery. So it's not exactly accurate as to what its charge is while it's being used. But it's also an indicator on how much is actually being pulled for power when you're using it. So as I move forward, I'm gonna see it dip. Yep, see now I'm down to like 88% is what it dropped to. Now if I start messing around with attachments, I start going faster. Yeah, see now we're like pushing 80s. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's not bad. It's not using a whole heck of a lot. If I'm driving down the road and I'm in road gear like 4 and I'm hauling a big bale of baleage, I've seen it drop down to like 10, then 0%, and then it gets all cranky and complains at me and I'm overloading it. Yeah, you can see right there, lifting it up 40%. All right, girls. Yeah, it's got some nice food for you. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Joystick controls, I got you. I got you. You guys can see what I'm doing if you'd like. Oh, Yurda! Yurda! You ever see a cow wag its tail? There you have. Oh, just so you guys are aware too, I've had the window open the whole time, so you guys can truly hear the sound of this machine. Let's see. We're in 2. Let's give her the beans. Beans 3. See, that's not too bad, is it? It's actually, I don't know how you guys are feeling, if you're feeling motion sickness on the camera or not, but yeah, it's actually pretty smooth for me. Yeah, and that's it for the tour. We put out a bedding bale, we put out a feed bale. Now we're done. I don't want to break the charger, so we're going to pull up going a lot slower. There we go. Just creeping. Creeping on up. There we go. Lower that a little bit. Perfect. And we're done. Safety bar off. Key off. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Thanks for joining.